Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is AI the Somnium Files. Last time,
What were you thinking?
we were not thinking, that's basically the thing. We went into Oda's mind and we pushed ourselves to the absolute limit trying to figure out who the person is in the bear costume. Yeah, polar bear costume. This is why she's mad at us. And rightfully so. So, let's go straight into this. And let's see what will transpire to us. If we will be berated, fired or anything. Or just a slap on the wrist. So, let's see.
You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. Any longer and you risk getting your mind completely taken over by the subject.
I know.
No, you clearly don't. This isn't just about you, Date. If your consciousness erodes inside of Somnium, you put the subject in danger as well.
If I may? Fortunately, there were no abnormalities detected in the brainwaves after the sync. Date and Ota both read normal. Although, the timing was really close.
What was I supposed to do? You saw it, boss. You too, Pewter. I was about to see the culprit's face.
Not necessarily. We'd need to verify that Ota did in fact see the culprit's face. That's the only way it could have ended up in his Somnium.
Well, Ota?
Huh?
You saw the killer's face at the warehouse, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see their face. If I did, I would have told you guys already.
You see?
I mean, I did try to get a look at them when the polar bear fell over. They looked like they were knocked out, so I tried to grab the head part. But as soon as I did, I got stabbed in my gut.
That is what we witnessed in his Somnium.
Yeah, and the thing that bothers me with that is what you just saw as well. It's the knife with the floral pattern, the one he gave to his mother. The question is, did she cut her own son? That's the question.
Yeah.
Alright, steel shelf. I open it up. It's stuffed with mysterious mushrooms. Yeah, probably to get people high enough to get into the device. There's a metal shelf by the wall. And of course what we're doing is what we all know by now, checking our surroundings, CRT monitoring.
Date, look! That haunted girl is crawling out of the well. Well, why not give knife hunting a whirl?
Okay, the first one was definitely a reference to the ring. This one, however, I don't get.
Are you glitching out or something?
It's completely safe. Different strings of characters and numbers continue to scroll on the monitor. The door leads to the sink room. Yeah, thank God all the monitors have their own view, but the same text. A locker.
I've been watching you forever and ever.
Hey, did you hear something just now?
I did not. Perhaps you're imagining it.
Oh, that's so cool. I've been watching you forever and ever. Like an obsessed YouTube fan. If I ever get there, that would be amazing. A locker in the corner.
I wish I could climb up on that table and fly around the world on it with Tessa.
What kind of fantasy is that?
I think I know an anime that does that, or a cartoon. That they put the table upside down and then ride it while holding the paws. I just don't know where it is from. Oh, that's gonna bug me. Okay, after this episode I'm gonna try and look it up for myself. Many objects are scattered on the table. can see the sink machine throughout the window. A binder. It's the sink manual. Alright, let's look at the two culprits before we go to Ota. The boss looks more upset than angry right now. Yeah, because we hurt ourselves potentially in that device, and she really does care about us and of course the victim. I mean, suspect. I mean, Oda. Okay, offer a genuine apology.
I know it was dangerous to sink past the time limit. That was my fault, and I'm sorry.
Are you really sorry?
Yes.
Then you owe me some Dom P at my favorite club in Kabukicho. Or, you can lick my shoes.
I think Date will go for licking her shoes. He's preferred enough to do that.
Either or.
I vow to never apologize for anything ever again. Pewter is calm, as usual. About my brainwaves, notice.
It's all right. As I mentioned earlier, both your brainwaves are normal. However, I'm sure there was some overload. You should go home and get some rest.
Yeah, but first, let's squeeze Oda a bit. After the sink, Oda changed into his usual clothes. He looks tired, sitting on a chair. Let's see, how are you feeling? We're hiding a knife in your room. Okay, let's just try the humane approach first and ask how he's feeling.
I've been better. I'm still a little drowsy.
What about your stab wound?
Wait, what? Oh, it hurts. It started acting up suddenly. Ow! It's because you grabbed me and forced me to come here, Date.
Don't blame me, that was Boss.
I'll sue you for this.
The fact that Boss put the finger on her head like, me? That's amazing, I love that. I see what it is.
Oh, come on.
Or, how about this? Get me one of the straws Tessa used, and I won't sue you.
I see Ota is back to his healthy self.
Guess so.
Alright, now that he's back to normal, let's grill him a little bit. Why were you holding a knife? About the hook and the polar bear's leg? Yeah, I think I want to know why he's hiding the knife first.
Because I was scared.
Yes, and that would confirm that his mother was the one in the polar suit, because he is in the hospital. He knows his mother would eventually come. And if she's the one that stabbed him, he can be afraid of her. Because there's no other reason why he should be scared right there and then. Or maybe just because of the fact that he did defy the murderer. So he could also be afraid that there's also a random killer coming out to catch him. Okay, this is like a 50-50 on the mother versus real killer type of thing. Alright, let's go.
Scared?
The killer could come here to finish the job.
But you didn't get a good look at their face, right?
But they don't know that. I had it prepared just in case. You know what I'm talking about, right, Date? Preparing in advance in case you might need it. Like making sure your room is nice and clean before you go to a party. Oh, sorry. You probably don't have any experience with that.
No, because the party is always at Date's house. Yeah.
I have more experience than you.
Okay, about the hook and the polar bear's leg.
Ota, let me ask you something. When you were fighting the polar bear back at the warehouse, did the crane hook get stuck on the polar bear's leg?
Now that you mention it, maybe it did.
Maybe?
It's like I told you. I don't really remember much. With all the tension and excitement and fear and adrenaline, my mind just went blank. But now that we're talking about it, I remember. Yeah, no doubt about it. The crane hook got stuck on the polar bear's left leg. And then, when the hook got pulled out, blood sprayed all over.
Date, I checked all of the hospitals in the metropolitan area. None have a record of a patient admitted after 3 a.m. with a wound to the left leg.
If what I saw in Somnium is how it happened in real life, that was a deep wound. He definitely would have needed first aid.
Perhaps a friend or accomplice helped them.
You think there are multiple killers?
That is not what I said. They may have helped the culprit, but not necessarily been involved in the crimes.
Well, I'm more thinking about the fact if the blood was spraying out of the wound, it should be on the floor in a warehouse. So we should have the DNA of the killer. It may not help us find him or her, but it will confirm once we make an arrest later on in the game. So I'm hoping the game goes that way. I relayed the information to boss and Pewter.
So we know that the culprit has a deep wound on their left leg. That information could be crucial in catching them.
Date, get out there. Look for people with an injured left leg.
How exactly?
Can't you just go ask around or something?
Are you serious? Do you know how many people live in this city? What?
Is this the overload Pewter was talking about?
Date, what is the matter?
Date!
Are you all right?
I think he overloaded. Tuesday, size AI. Date residence, Tuesday, 8:02 a.m.
Hey, this is
Oh, you're alive.
Mizuki? What happened?
You drank too much at the club and passed out.
Liar. I remember everything until I collapsed in the control room.
You did something dangerous during the sink last night, didn't you? Your brain got overloaded and you passed out.
Okay, so confirming what Pewter said.
That's what Pewter and Boss said.
You met them?
They brought you over. They said to let you sleep it off because you were tired from the investigation.
Yeah, but Mizuki is a lot smarter than we often give her credit for, so... Since she's known about the sink, she is smart enough to figure out, also with Pewter, that he messed up. Mizuki's bad. Large speakers. The speakers themselves are actually mostly hollow. Most speakers actually are. It's to reverberate the waves of sound to get a more well-rounded sound output towards the front of it. At least that's what I think it is. I don't know for sure, I'm not an expert. It's a Dora rabbit, a stuffed rabbit. I gave it to Mizuki on her birthday. And I love it. I would have bought one myself, but as a grown man, Date cannot do so. Audio equipment for an audio file. A coffee table. The top is glass. A small filing cabinet. I keep a bunch of documents there. A trash can. The desk. A PC. There's a corkboard on the wall, with many cases strung about with red wires, like you see in almost all detective movies. And still wondering if they do it in real life, and to be honest, I highly doubt it. And if they do, they have done it because they saw it in movies and games like this. A big window. A bench press. And one-seater sofa. A rug. Alright. A cushion on the sofa. There's a 3-seat sofa in the center of the room. The entrance. My refrigerator. A kitchen. A frying pan. Seasoning and cooking sake. It's a pot. An oven hood. I think that's it. Nice. Mizuki is sitting on the edge of the bed. Let's see. Don't you have school? Where's Oda? Did boss say anything? No. Let's focus on Mizuki first. She's our prime directive. Then we can talk about the case. So, don't you have to go to school?
I'm off today.
Why? Today is Tuesday. You should have school.
You really can be an insensitive jerk, can't you? Taking the day off for mourning.
I see.
Well, slightly insensitive. Because it's been a couple of days. And you know, after 24 hours you just need to go on with your life. Oh, sorry. Okay, so where's Oda, or did Pewter and Boss say anything? No, let's go with did Boss and Pewter say anything?
Oh, Date's brain is rotting away. He won't last long now. You should probably prepare for a funeral soon.
So they told you I'm completely fine, huh?
I detect no noticeable damage to your brain. You should not have any issue continuing the investigation.
At least no more damage than he usually has. Let's keep it on that. Okay, so where's Oda?
He probably went back to the hospital.
Boss told Mizuki about Ota being synced. And about what happened at the cold storage warehouse.
Why did she tell her all that?
Mizuki was asking about the status of the investigation. The girl has lost both her parents. I am sure Boss felt that she deserved to know.
Alright, time to get back to the investigation.
Hey, will you take me with you?
I told you yesterday, Mizuki. I won't put you in danger like that.
But you're close to catching the culprit, right? The killer has an injury on their left leg. Boss said you need to find them. Let me help you.
No, you stay here.
Date, don't you know how I feel? My parents are dead. I saw their bodies with my own eyes. If I don't do something, I'm going to go crazy. Date, please.
Oh, so sad. Because I understand both ways. I think Mizuki wants to do something because he feels helpless. Because she cannot do anything about her parents' death, so she wants to catch the culprit. Just to have the feeling of doing something to get past this. And Date, from the caretaker perspective, doesn't want to put her in any danger. But to be honest, I feel that if we don't bring her along, she's gonna go out there in town looking for a person with a bum leg. And that can only end badly. So, personally, I say that they bring her with us. At least for now. If there is a certain area that we say, oh, this is gonna be very dangerous, we can always ditch her at that point. Just like we did with Mama when we went to the Yakuza family. So, let's see what he's gonna say about this. Mizuki.
Date, consider Mizuki's feelings. She is lonely. Mizuki has not been with Renju and Shoko for 4 years. But clearly, she still feels a bond to them. A bond that was broken by the murderer. With her parents gone, Mizuki has almost no one. She can only depend on one person now. You know to whom I am referring.
Yes, boss. Tell Mizuki that you'll take her with you. Good choice, Date.
Fine, let's go.
You're gonna take me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Date.
Got up, grabbed the towel from the sink, and tossed it at Mizuki.
Here, wipe your tears. We're heading out.
Mizuki quickly dabbed her eyes with a towel and smiled weakly.
Date, I must admit, I am at a disadvantage. The clue that the culprit is injured on their left leg does not help me narrow down suspects significantly.
We need to revisit the scene. It's possible that we might find the culprit at one of the crime scenes.
Or ask around the city for further information.
Okay, so I'm feeling that there is a lot of places we're gonna be able to go now. So let's see, Mizuki. She looks like she's just washed her face. She is ready. Alright, let's see where we need to go. Yeah, a lot of places. All the places we've gone so far. Marbles probably for information questioning. Hospital is where, of course, Iris and Noda are. Sunfish Pocket, I think that is where the car was taken. Lemnis Gate, where Iris worked, of course, and Renju. Storage Warehouse. The Ikumi Shrine? Isn't this just where we had the vision, the past memory of us training with Mizuki? And Bloom Park. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Ikumi Shrine first, because I think that's the least obvious place where we're gonna find a clue. Because this is something from our past, and it has no link, as far as I know or remember, to the cases, so I want to get this off the list straight away. Ikumi Shrine, Tuesday.
Huh? Why are we at the shrine? Did you come here to pray that you find the criminal?
No, I don't believe in God.
Wow, how edgy teen of you.
And don't call me a teen. You're 12.
Well, you said that you got the shoulders of a 40-year-old.
That's not even remotely similar.
So why are we really here?
I sometimes come here when an investigation stalls. It helps me think. Sometimes I even solve the case from here. This is a quiet, peaceful little spot in the middle of a violent city. It's calming. It keeps all of the bad thoughts away.
Didn't expect you to be such a poet.
You could at least call me a romantic.
Same thing.
They're not at all the same thing. It's the difference between someone who's frugal and someone who's cheap.
And he's cheap.
You're stubborn about weirdly specific things.
Alright, let's look around. A lantern.
Why do these dog statues always have one with its mouth open and one with its mouth closed?
Good question. Maybe the one with his mouth open is going, ah, and the one with his mouth closed is going, Are you fake sleeping?
Yes, because she's clearly standing, so fake sleeping is definitely a thing. An A and guardian dogs. A tree. Pretty flowers are blooming. A stone monument. There's something engraved here, but I can't read it.
What does it say?
When riding on a train, people on opposite sides of the car doors shouldn't stare at each other.
So true, not what that said there, I think.
That's what it says.
That is definitely a lie.
A stone monument. There is something engraved here, but I can still not read it. The Arch. Alright. A Shinto shrine. It looks rather solemn. A sacred straw rope. The offering box.
Hey, Mizuki. Do you think you could fit your hand into the box there?
Hey, Date, are you really a cop?
Yeah, I've been wondering that at a couple of points in this game as well. Who knows, maybe he wasn't a cop before the event 6 years ago. The offering box. I remember telling Mizuki that a Shoshuya was for washing your belly button. Does she still believe that? You wash your hands and face here. It would have been amazing if there was a reaction from her about this. Like a quick reference to our past. Ooh, wait, was that? A rope hanging from the bell.
Mr. Bell?
Mrs. Bell.
I see you two are getting along well.
You always do. Alright. Only one thing left to do. Mizuki is standing there. About your training.
Coming here reminds me of when I trained you.
Yeah, it's been a while since we came here last.
I have nothing more to teach you. Let us see the results of your training.
Leave it to me!
He's gonna break that thing.
Begin!
How's that?
Well, this is on you.
Huh?
Hey! What are you two doing?
Mizuki! Run for it!
Wait for me!
That's not the day they finished their training, that's the day they were banned from this shrine. Amazing. I think Mizuki could be a really real life action hero if she wanted to be. She's strong and agile enough for it. I love the character. About the bullies.
By the way, whatever happened to those kids who bullied you?
They disappeared.
Oh, did I not tell you?
No, you haven't said anything about it. I didn't want to pry.
They stopped bugging me as soon as I threatened to fight back. They targeted some other kids instead. They did terrible things. So I broke all their front teeth.
Jeez.
Hey, since we're here, let's go into the shrine.
I told you, I don't believe in that stuff.
Come on, come on!
I love this. This is so well done. It's not necessary, but it does add so much to the story. That's the fact that of her pulling him forward towards the shrine, he doing it, praying with her even though he doesn't believe. Nice moment. Love it. What did you ask for?
To leave this boring place as soon as possible. And you?
It's a secret. When you tell people your wish, it won't come true.
Then why did you ask me?
Because if your dream doesn't come true, mine is more likely to.
You're more crooked than a hernia.
Huh? Anyway, where to next?
Alright. I think I'm gonna leave the episode right here. And next time we're gonna go to one of the other places that we need to look for. And let's see the map right away. And let's see what we want to go by. I think, personally, the cold storage warehouse is going to be one of the places where we're going to find something really valuable, because if we know that the leg has been hurt and blood sprayed everywhere, it needs to be somewhere on the floor. I want to check it. Maybe they already did, but if not, we could find some DNA evidence about the perpetrator in there. Definitely worth an effort. Other places that I think would be very valuable is, of course, the Sunfish Pocket. I think Oda stole the car from his own mother, and then she followed him, or something like that. So I think that's maybe a very small lead there as well. And of course, Marble. This is where all shady stuff happens, and there we might find some hint on somebody getting help from a doctor that's a little bit off the books, if you know what I mean. So yeah, those are basically the places I really want to check. So next episode, we're gonna start with the rest of them. I want to start with Lemniscate, because I think this is the other place that's going to have the least amount of leads, I think. Then I want to go to Central Hospital, because we've already been there. And maybe Iris is awake and we can something from there. Next of all, we're going to go Bloom Park. And the other three, we can just go randomly, depending on how the first three places go. But that's going to be on our next episode. And I really do hope to see you all there. Until then, I wish you all a great day, night, evening, wherever you are. Till next time. Bye bye.